Hi, Ike here, and I'm sorry about the poor audio. Making this video came out a little low, but as you can see here, I am going to explain to you all of the items that I have in my backpack for a extended period out in the woods. And this is winter survival. This is, well, not survival, winter camping. And what you see is the equipment, my essential and non-essential items that I have inside of my backpack. On the outside that I'm touching there, that is my secondary pack, which is my scout pack that has all of the essentials for survival in case of an emergency where I have to separate it from the main backpack. I could take that with me. That could keep me pretty well in a survival situation. I have all of the items that I'm going to show you, and I want to show you some of the things now on the ground that I have. And the first one of the first things that I have I'm going to show you shortly is my hiking pole. Down there is the compartment for my sleeping bag. It's an extreme cold sleeping military bag that I am pointing down to, and that is my secondary scout pack bag that detaches from the main bag itself. And I'm just kind of explaining there that I can take it apart, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But I'm going to take my hiking pole. Those are some of the things that I are going to take with me. There you see is a hiking pole, and I'm extending to show you that it can extend to just about any length that I need, that I'm comfortable with. There you see is a compass that's on the end of the pole, and I want to apologize for the poor audio. And here is a belt that I made, a paracord. I made a chain link belt, and those two items are going to have around my waist. That's going to be around me when I'm hiking. That is a K-bar, 440 steel, carbon blade steel knife, and it has a stone for sharpening the blade also that's attached. And those two items that I will be carrying with me. And next is an axe. That's definitely a important tool to have in cold weather, especially cold weather camping. That is a bag of birch bark that I have collected along my travels in the woods, and I felt there was an opportune time to grab it while I was able to, and they're nice and dry. It's in a plastic bag, and that's what I'm going to be taking on my camping trip. It's going to be a two-night out in the woods, and in the dead of winter in January, and the temperature is pretty cold. And now I'm going to get back to the pack, and I'm going to show you all of the contents. And first, I'm kind of stressing now that's my fire stick that I kind of missed, and I'm putting around my neck, explaining that when I do go out and camp, I like to wear that around my neck all the time. You never know what can happen. At least you know you have a source of fire to survive with and keep you warm in the cold weather. Now I'm going to take the scout pack off of the main pack itself. I'm not sure if it's an Alice pack or not, but that is a great military bag that I bought a few years ago. And it looks bulky and it looks like it has a lot. It really doesn't. Right there where I'm showing you, about half the way up on that pack is the sleeping bag, so it's taking a lot of space up. Now that is my scout pack. In case I had to separate it from my main pack, I have all the essentials of survival in that bag. I have a first aid, I have an emergency survival kit in there, I have flashlights, I have a few items, and I'm going to show you as when I open this bag up, I'll be taking out the items one at a time and explaining them to you. Right there, that is my hobo stove. It's a nice little convenient way of heating up fluids. You know, you can heat up a cup of tea. Right there that I have in my left hand is my emergency survival kit and a little bit of TP. You know, we all need a little TP when we're out there too. Take care of business. And kind of show it. This is I didn't make a video, an instructional video on how to make that, but I kind of picked it up off a video I saw on YouTube and kind of learned from someone else, and I made my own. And there's a little TP there. We need TP. And that is my emergency survival bag. Well, my emergency survival kit. It's in a little bag, convenient bag. It has all the essentials of helping me survive in the wilderness. There's no food in there, but yet it has all the tools for fishing, trapping, and fire making. Definitely, it's very handy, and I have a small first aid kit also in there. Now, these are all of the lighting that I have. That's a battery operated glow stick that you could put in your tent and kind of light up the inside of your tent, hang it from the top, and that's a way you can kind of keep light inside your tent at night, and, you know, without causing a fire. And my next item here that I have, it's a regular flashlight, and this is a really nice little thing here. I have it kind of a little pin light, and it has an attachment that when you turn it on, you actually read. Just put that on the side if you need to read a map or documents, and it makes it easier to see. And you can also hang it up in your tent and let it hang down and give you light. And it's a really cool accessory. Definitely, to me, that's an essential item. Keeps your lights up the dark at night. Okay, and next we're going to, what I have here is a hand warmer. That is a reusable hand warmer, which is activated by a piece of metal that's inside. And I'm going to show it to you. Bring it up to the camera kind of close here. You're going to see this little piece of metal on the bottom there, and if you kind of bend that, what happens, it creates a chemical reaction which starts to crystallize that liquid, and as it crystallizes, it gets really warm. It heats up pretty hot, and it lasts quite a while, a few hours. And it's a reusable hand warmer, and well, you could use it for anything to keep you warm, but it's reusable by just putting it in a piece of cloth and boiling it in water, and it liquefies again. And that's a handy, very handy tool to have. Next, now that's a rain pants. That's in my secondary pack, and a poncho. And it's good to have rain pants. You know, if you just had a pair of pants with the poncho, all that water dripping down from the poncho, and you had strong winds, your pants will get wet, and in turn will get your feet wet, and you can have a chance of getting hypothermia. So you have to be very careful. So it's good to have rain pants. You can just throw on the top of your pants and keep it nice and dry. There you see is a top, an emergency top with a space blanket built in it to reflect heat. So if you did make any kind of shelter, even with the top, or a debris shelter, you could always line the top, the walls of the debris shelter with this top, and have a fire next to the door, and you can reflect all the heat back onto you and help keep you warm. So I'm going to go in the front compartment now and kind of show you some things that I have. Is my first aid kit, and along with that first aid kit I have some tinder, which is lint, some cotton, and a little piece of wet fire there. That's good to have. I think there's another item in there I'm going to kind of show you. That's my GPS, and that's a pocket knife, and that is a Cobra Stitch bracelet that I made, a survival bracelet. It's extra cordage, and all you have to do is just take it apart, and you have a good maybe a 15-foot of cordage. And that is some yellow, orange tape that you can always use as markers if you're not sure where you're going and you need to venture out a little. You can always just find your way back by following the markers that you put along the trees. Alright, So that kind of wraps it up for that bag. That is an incredible emergency survival kit that I made that I put in my scout pack. So these are the items that I would carry in that pack if I had to separate it from the mother pack. Okay, so we're going to work on, and that's my bandana. It's an orange bandana. It may look kind of pink. I guess there's something wrong with the camera with the color, but it's orange. Now we're going to get down to the mother pack. This is the big pack here now.
So keep watching. Check this out.
The purpose of this video clip is to demonstrate and showing you my cooking arrangements. This is how I am going to cook and heat up my water and cook my food. And what I'm doing here is called a fire pit. I am digging a round hole in the ground, and then I want to get some nice about 2-3 inch branches, about 8 inches, 9 inches long, and to come across the fire pit, which I'm going to have a fire underneath and use it as a grill. Then you'll see toward the end of this video clip how nice it looks and the arrangement that I made, and you're going to see how convenient when you I didn't have to bring a stove, you know, any kind of propane stove or any kind of liquid, you know, stove with me. So everything is basically is from nature. So I'm digging that hole and I'm going to put branches across and use it as a grill. Very simple. So keep watching and tell me what you think. Send your comments in. Thank you. Bye.
Gotta make a base on the inside here. There you go. Got 3 pieces of wood there. I have this birch bark. This can happen anytime. I wasn't paying attention to my fire and I had put some sticks across to use as a grill, and I put my cup on top, turned my back, you know, a little too long, and it collapsed and the whole cup of hot water spilled over. So I got to start from scratch, and I just got some more thicker, bigger pieces of wood to come across as using as a grill. Now I believe by the time this water gets heated up, I still have time with that wood before it collapses into that pit. Check it out. There it is. Give it a close up real quick. I'll have to go get some water now. There it is. That's what it looks like. That's it right there. I gotta move. That fire's burning. I gotta move.